Coming up, we're going to talk about Bar 17, one of the dining establishments at Universal's Aventura Hotel. From the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida, this is the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged. This is episode 185 of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. The Diz Unplugged Universal Edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect universal vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. I am your host, Craig Williams, and today I am joined alongside by my co-host, Ryno Clavin.
Hello.
Hey, well, this is a fun episode, so this is a bit of a filler. I'm just going to be blatant about it right up front. Ryno, unfortunately, is away this week. He is traveling in California as part of his Adventures by Disney Backstage Magic trip, so he's just not here. That leaves us having to pre-record episodes, which happens. So I'm not blaming him for it, but it happens. And yeah, so this one is this one's going to be a little bit on the shorter side, just because when we're pre-recording, we don't have as much to go on unless they're boring information episodes. We have one of those coming for you next week, so just get excited about that one. It's a hoot and a holler, and yeah, have fun with that one. But in the meantime, this is going to be a nice quick one. So you might remember a couple weeks back, we had a discussion about Urban Pantry, the food hall coming to Universal's Aventura Hotel. We were over the moon excited about it, and it got us pumped for getting in Aventura. Well, just like that, when Universal gave a look at Urban Pantry, now they have also given us a look at Bar 17, which is the rooftop lounge at Universal's Aventura Hotel. So I feel stupid because I believe next week on the episode, I specifically mentioned that Aventura Hotel had 16 floors. And on top of that, I think I've been saying that for a long time, that Aventura had 16 floors. Well, how did Bar 17 get its name, Ryno?
It's the 17th floor.
That is absolutely correct. So I don't know why
I didn't know either until we just said that. But I couldn't figure it out before. I was like, why 17? Do they have 17 drinks?
They do have a lot, but I just feel very stupid about it. And so now it all makes sense. So I will try to correct myself in the future when I'm saying that. But Bar 17 is going to be that rooftop lounge that they have there, the Bar 17 Bistro. It's going to have just amazing views. Basically, you're essentially having a 360 view up there. You're going to be able to see out into the parks. You're going to be able to see into the hotels. You're going to have a stunning view of Volcano Bay from right there. You are going to have the most breathtaking view of a little something we love in Orlando called I-4. So I don't want to get you too pumped for that, but it's going to be amazing. Universal has been writing about it. I completely agree. We have this weird thing in Orlando when it rains at like 5 or 6 o'clock. It is nasty. It's awful, but then it produces some of the most beautiful, breathtaking sunsets you can ever see.
You just be cursing everything out, and then you turn around, and it's like colors.
Yeah, you're looking at reds, oranges, pinks, purples, and it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why. That's why I can put up with living in a swamp year-round, is every now and then I get a nice beautiful sunset that just puts me in a good mood. But yeah, it's going to have great views of that from up there. Just anytime you can get up high and see out to Greater Orlando, like, you're going to have a great view of the Orlando Eye from up here. And I know you're most pumped about that because
yeah, you know how I feel about the Orlando Eye.
It's pretty tough to see the Orlando Eye from anywhere, but on the 17th floor, I feel like we'll have just a dead-on view of it. But I could be wrong about that. But, you know, you're not going to go up to Bar 17 Bistro just for the views up there. Some of you will. But I think the thing that you and I were most excited about with this is when they first announced this restaurant, they said that it was going to be small plates and craft cocktails. And that is exactly what it is going to be. They stuck strong with it. They They put it out there. They're sticking with it. And now we will know, based on the contemporary style, how Urban Pantry is. We know that it's going to be these small plates and cocktails that you can also find, according to Universal's blog, at trendy hotspots in cities across the globe.
Oh, really? You don't say.
So, well, and I like that. It sounds like it's going to be very on the same, it's going to be on the same line as Urban Pantry with that. And the more creative we can get with that, the better. So we're going to talk about it in the same order that the Universal blog talked about it, just because it's easier for my sake. Listen, yeah, we're regurgitating their information that's already been out for over a week, but we're doing it with style. And on top of that,
we're hungry.
We're hungry. And on top of that, we're going to give you our opinion with it too. We're not just reporting the facts. We're giving you the dirt on it. So first thing they talk about, they put it right in the freaking title, is their complex frozen drinks.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Wow. Am I supposed to be more impressed because you're flat out admitting they're complex? Like, Are we talking more than...
These weren't easy to make, but we're making them.
So, and I believe the reason why they say complex is because they are freshly made frozen drinks. No pre-made mixes are used, so I believe that's where they're saying it. That like they're not going and getting the big like cardboard jugs of juice and other daiquiri mixes that they're putting in there. Everything they're doing here is going to be made from hand, and they're going to use unique flavors like rum, matcha, and lime.
I like how matcha was really the only unique one in there drink-wise. Like,
I think they meant that in this drink specifically, the one they're talking about, it's going to have rum, matcha and lime,
and bourbon.
Or the other one has...
or bourbon. Oh, okay. Or bourbon, maple, and grapefruit. Okay, now that's unique. Okay.
You got on to what I got a second before.
Well, there's 3 drinks, so that's why it's confusing, but they only talk about 2.
I will say bourbon and maple makes perfect sense. Bourbon, maple, and
what's that one from Cowfish that's like bourbon and maple, and they give you the bacon in it?
Yeah, that's the I don't remember the name of the official name of it. But that is just basically Manhattan with the big ice cube, and then it's got the candy bacon with the cherry in it. So I will say though, I tried to say it before, couldn't get it out. I don't think I've ever had bourbon and grapefruit together. So sounds intriguing, but yeah, they're considering this a modern take on the traditional frozen drink, and they're being bold, saying we're going to love them. I don't know if we quite will, but I will also trust them on it. So I'm going to actually bounce down, not go completely in order, but another drink that they highlight. This one sounds very interesting, and it's called the FIREBIRD. So
this one's like calling your name right here. I feel like.
Yeah, this this one actually could be a go-to for me. I think we're very upfront about what we enjoy in drinks, and on the beer spectrum of things, I like a nice hoppy beer. But I can also drink a nice refreshing lager, pilsner. Even once in a while, I'm in the mood for stouts and porters. But for the most part, I like a good IPA or a pale ale, something on that spectrum. With cocktails, I don't like overly sweet cocktails. I don't drink cheap liquor, and I'm not saying this to sound smug. I don't drink cheap liquor because I like the taste of good liquor. Like I enjoy a good scotch. I enjoy good bourbon. I enjoy really, really well-crafted vodka. I don't like drinking Smirnoff. That's just...
Smirnoff.
Yeah, I know.
Smirnoff? Yeah.
No, I am one of those people that where the H come in there.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
What sitcom was that?
Well, no, it was us sitting around waiting for the tattoos that day when we were, and somebody said something, and I was like, why are you adding a shh into this sentence?
That's right.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was a word like Smirnoff, and I was like, Smirnoff?
I think it might have been bagel and a schmear, and you're like, and a smear?
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Wow. And I was like, is it spiel or spiel? And I was like, I say spiel because it's S-P-I-E-L.
And I do say spiel. That's how I add the extra H. I don't know.
It's very Hollywood of you.
It is. Thank you. Roll cameras. So I am just stuck on the fact that I think our lives are now a sitcom.
What sitcom was that? There was canned laughter in the room.
Oh, that's a different take. But yeah, so I don't like overly sweet. I like good flavored. alcohol, nothing cheap like Smirnoff or anything lower brand like that. Like I won't drink Bacardi unless it's just hidden away somewhere in there and I didn't know about it. But this drink sounds like it could be right up my alley because it is the Firebird and it's made with tequila, jalapeno, strawberry, and cilantro. So they're calling it a refreshing cocktail with just the right amount of kick. I love jalapeno margaritas. One of my favorite things to drink. The spicier, the better. It's just, it's to die for. But with, I like strawberry and cilantro. I've had that flavor combination before. I think I've even had strawberry, jalapeno, and cilantro before.
I just don't
flavors.
like cilantro.
See, I'm a big cilantro
I know.
fan.
I'm one of those people that tastes funny to me.
It does have a funny taste, but it brings out a lot of extra flavors because of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You know what?
Get it out of the rice, Chipotle. I'm done with it.
No, see, that's fine with me. As long as when you go to Chipotle, are you still okay eating the rice? Or are you one of those idiots that makes me wait extra time?
I get brown rice, bro.
What?
Brown rice.
Yeah, their brown rice has cilantro in it, too.
It's not as, I feel like it's not as present in the brown rice. I've had better experiences with the brown rice than the white rice.
That's fine, as long as you're not slowing up my Chipotle line. Because I hate people who are like, I want white rice, and I don't want it with cilantro in it, so give me that fresh batch without it. It's like, no, you're just slowing everyone down. Do you want the lime juice in there, too? No. I want dry white rice.
Plain, gross white rice.
And then I want chicken, and that's it. It's like, what? Why didn't you just make this at home? But the Firebird, it sounds delicious. I don't know about you, but I would definitely go for that. Well, I do know about you. You already said it. You said no cilantro, but maybe they can hold the cilantro for you, you idiot. Let's also go over the next drink. We're still going in this range. So this one isn't an alcoholic one, though. And I know that
was
instantly
interesting.
just wipes it off the plate for you. But I think it also still, that same line they're talking about with the frozen ones, unique combinations, complex. This one's the pineapple turmeric lemonade. And they are considering it a mocktail. I know Charles would be adamantly against that. But what is a turmeric? I just genuinely don't know.
I always think it's that like red spice, but I don't know either. It is like, I feel like a spice that's very popular at the moment. I feel like turmeric is showing up in a lot of things. I just had something the other day with it in it too, and I was like,
It is part of the ginger family.
Well, that's where the spice comes from. Then that makes sense.
I never knew that. So, but I was right there with you. I've seen it places. I'm sure I've had it. Not quite sure, but yeah, it's a offshoot of ginger. So, I mean, I would just take a pineapple ginger lemonade. I think that would also taste delicious too. I love ginger.
I like ginger in certain. Sometimes it can be too much for me. I take it out of my pokerito. I don't want that in my pokerito.
Why are you the way you are?
I just don't. It's too much. It overpowers every other flavor. It's a lot. It's more of an aperitif, a palate cleanser.
Yeah, well, you're starting to cleanse my palate.
Well, thank you.
I don't know what that means. Okay, so then in terms of other cocktails, we are out of the ones with the descriptions, but there are a couple other ones that they highlighted as part of their blog post. The Almost Sangria. So I'm wondering if this is another mocktail or if they're just leaving out one ingredient away from making it sangria,
because it's not red, so it looks like it's orange and strawberry or something like that. So I don't. That can still be sangria.
They came close. They just didn't quite get there.
No wine.
One I'm excited about, even though it looks like it could be something disgusting, but I like milky drinks. I don't know why. And so they have one called the Devil's Umbrella, and I can tell that there's going to be lime involved as well as coconut.
I think Eli's going to want this one. He loves these like really coconutty drinks.
I just like milk.
You're drinking alcohol?
I could honestly...
Are you like getting drunk on White Russians on the side?
Yeah, I could honestly drink vodka and milk, and that would be like a good day. I don't ask me why. It will never make sense
sometimes
to me.
I like rum chata.
Yeah, rum chata is gross.
What? It is like creamy rum.
Nah, it's not for me, but...
There's a tequila version.
Yeah, I don't like rum chata. So I will put up with it during the fall portion of the year. So that
how
way
else do you have your pumpkin martinis?
Yeah,
Jeez.
but, besides that, I don't need rum chata in my life. It's swill. It's where people are like, oh, I can do shots again. It's like, yeah, you're doing shots of a 20 proof.
Yeah, cream.
Liquor. Well, cream. Like, don't sit here and try to impress me with that. If you're not putting Fireball in there, then it's nothing.
Well, that's what it exists for. It makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, except then it's been taken down a level. It's like before it was like Fireball. Okay, no, Fireball and rum chata. Good combo. Ooh, now just rum chata by itself. It's a sipping beverage. It's like Kahlua. It's like a good Bailey's from a shoe. All that crap. And then the final one, the Dew Point Hooligan. And so this has raspberries.
What?
It's garnished
Hooligan.
with a cocktail. It's very pinkish. It looks refreshing.
Yeah, I bet there's gin in there.
I actually would agree with you. There probably is gin in there.
I'm assuming with the cucumber. And I hope so, because I love gin.
Oh, you are a fan of gin. So let's go over some of the food items that they...
Favorite character on Lost? Gin.
Okie dokie. Let's go over some of the food items that they mentioned. And
Super excited for this menu.
Good. Well, I know you are because Ryno is definitely a fan of Asians in every way, shape, and form. And with that...
Guilty. But go on.
With that comes a menu that is heavily featuring bao buns, which...
I love bao. It is like there is a place in downtown Orlando I will take people called King Bao. It is so good. It's so delicious. I'm going to tell you right now, too, the price for the 3 baos is fairly affordable as well. Because the place I go, it's like you get 3 for like $10 or whatever. So.
Oh, you already pulled up the menu on it, too.
Oh, I've been drooling over this menu, yeah.
Okay, well, what's the price of it?
It's 3 for $12, so you can get. I'm assuming you can mix and match. Let's hope, and it's not just you have to pick the one. But they've got like braised pork belly. There's grilled grouper. There's some interesting ones in here too because I see chicken shawarma, Mongolian beef, tempura baby vegetables. If you want a little veggie one, there's lamb satay, firecracker shrimp, duck confit. I am leaning toward firecracker shrimp, the grouper, and the pork belly. That's what I'm gonna get when I go.
Excellent. So they showed off in the blog post the firecracker shrimp and the braised pork belly, and both look just absolutely fantastic. In that price, you're right. That's actually a very reasonable price, and it's not like you can really get crazy with the size of bao. Like you can't get.
It's pretty
way too
standard.
big.
It's pretty standardish.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get it at the Epcot, like the Food and Wine Festival in the China pavilion, it's like the size I'm getting when I get it in downtown Orlando and stuff. So, it's like I think it's like a standard issue size.
Oh yeah, no, I think there's just one person somewhere making it for everywhere in Orlando, and that's their only job is to go bao crazy. But I like it as a fan of the Pixar short Bao. It's definitely something that I'm going to indulge in when I'm there, and unfortunately, Ryno won't be because he'll be on vacation.
I know. Maybe I'll find some bao.
Yeah, please. Are they really going to have bao in California?
Who knows?
Take off. They're not going to have anything. They would never have that. So, sorry, I lost my mind a second because then
There's still more stuff.
Well, that's the problem. I pulled up the menu too, and then it's like instantly my mind just went like, stop. Let's go over the ones that we have photos for at least that we can pose with it too. They have a summer beet and glazed fig salad. As long as they're also going to have other refreshing salads there. That's all made from Florida grown produce from this region, the region of Florida. Jesus. I'm sorry. That just like what? How many regions are there in Florida? It's
There's just central, south,
like
north.
There's 4, and I mean, it's any of them are accessible within 4 to 5 hours of traveling. So, moving on though, they also are highlighting their Wagyu beef sliders, and I said that fast because when I say Wagyu, people say I'm saying it wrong. When I say Wagyu, they say I'm saying it wrong. I still don't know. I'll never say it. It's like Wagyu or something like that, and I know that's probably super offensive to say it that way.
Before the other part, Wagyu.
And I'm sure you said it right, and I'll say the exact same thing, and then I'll be like, no, you're saying it wrong. You just got the inflection point wrong. We all know what it is. It's that Japanese beef that you want to eat, but you can't afford. They're going to have beef sliders versions of it, little gourmet, small little tiny portions of it.
$18.
$18. That's they're coming with 3, so that's not that bad. I know other places that do these types of sliders that serve them with only 2 for that price. So I think 18 is actually affordable. So they're made with locally made brioche buns, barouche. And French cheese, horseradish mayo, Gruyere, roasted pepper chutney, watercress, served with a side of pommes frites.
I love that when they don't want to say French fries, they always say pommes frites.
Yeah, don't try to church
cheesy French fries. We know what you're giving us. Parmesan French fries. Get over it.
Pommes frites. So now that we went over everything they highlighted in there, we'll talk about some of the other items that are available in the bistro portion. They don't have the drink menu. They only have, unfortunately, they only have the actual food menu here, but they have things like the meat and cheese board for $18, the compressed melon and tomato for $10. That sounds awful. I hate melon. It's
melon. I thought it was watermelon for some reason.
No, I'm sure it's just plain melon. It's
I don't know. I don't like. I already have said before on the show I'm weird. I don't like my fruit and vegetables to mix.
I don't mind when they mix, but I don't like melon. Don't serve me melon, even if it is watermelon. It's serve me a fancier fruit than melon. It's just not for me. Grilled Spanish octopus, $14. I am all about that. Literally, every single menu can have grilled octopus on it. I'll be all for it. We already talked about the summer BEET and glazed fig salad, $10. I guess it's okay. Ooh, shiitake mushroom bruschetta.
I thought you were saying, ooh.
Ooh,
and you went into a
mushroom bruschetta, $10 for that. What else is rounding out that menu, Ryno?
Charred chicken. The thing I'm excited for is here's rice and noodles, which you wouldn't think, but it's like fried rice, charred corn, charred Brussels leaves, green onion, egg, crispy ham. That sounds good. That's only $7.
Well, and then they have
There's other versions of it too. Egg noodles, olive oil, broccolini, garlic, watercress, mini vegetable soy broth. Oh no, wait. What is mini? M-I-N-Y. Mini vegetable soy broth. Then egg noodles, ginger, shiitake, red cabbage, miso butter, black sesame. Ooh, that one sounds good too.
You know I love a good ginger. So yeah, no, that menu sounds pretty awesome. All for small plates with those bao buns, 3 for $12. Not entrees, small plates ranging from $7 all the way up to $18 for those sliders. I guess I shouldn't assume at this point that there's 3 coming there. It's probably going to end up being like 1 or 2 on that plate.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I said that. Oh, well. But this has me even more pumped for Bar 17. So just in general, Aventura Hotel's food offerings and drink offerings just look legit. It feels like everything's going to be very fresh, very well thought out in terms of the preparation. They're taking a lot of inspiration from different cultures, which is just something incredible to bring all under one roof. And it's just going to be made craft style with love, with passion involved in it. And that might be overselling it just a little bit, but you know what? That's how I'm going in believing it is. So I'm hungry. I'm excited for it, Ryno.
I'm starving.
Wish you were going to be there with me for it, but too bad.
I know.
We'll catch it in September.
Yeah.
But with that, Ryno, thank you for talking about food with me here for a while.
Okay, I'm done. I want to go eat.
Okay, and thank you everyone out there for listening and watching to this. Of course, if you need any extra information, head over to disunplugged.com, home of our show notes page for this show and all the others on the Diz Unplugged podcast network. You'll also find links to our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also our email address, uopodcast@disunplugged.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, like this, comment down below for us, and then also make sure you're subscribed. And if you're listening to this on iTunes, go ahead, subscribe, rate, and review us. So thank you once again to everyone out there for listening and watching. We do appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with you next week for the next episode of the Diz Unplugged Universal Edition. But until then, remember, we still have not changed the name.